All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to the Akim pushing his truth in sincerity bahasham, rawchaa, qadash. Okay, this is going to be a video on an icon of the Apostle Paul. And the reason why I'm doing this is because the Apostle Tahar, all right, said in a video, he had done a video saying that we need to go into the icons more. So I got this lesson. I got a couple scriptures and I got some pictures of a book that I actually own. Okay, and Lord willing, this be edifying, because the truth of the matter is that these devils, man, they know. These Edomites, man, they know the truth. They know the true color of the biblical Israelites. Okay, the true Hebrews. And they are of men of color. Okay, the prophets. Starting with Yahawah, Yahawashi, were men of color. Okay, so Lord willing, this be edifying. I'm gonna go ahead and show the pictures first. All right. First of all, this is the book that I have. It's called St. Paul, His Journeys to Greece, Cyprus, Asia Minor, and Rome, the 4 missions of St. Paul. As you can see right here, I bought it for $1 at a Goodwill, I believe. Don't sleep on them Goodwills, man. They have really good books that people just give away. Shalakia. So this is the first picture. Okay. He's not completely an Edomite looking, but they put a little bit of color on him. All right. This is the second picture. It says on the bottom, St. Paul and Holy Prayer, 3rd quarter of the 4th century, Chilander Monastery, Mount Athos. Okay, this is the second picture. He got a little bit of color. He got a beard. They seem to depict him as bald. Whether or not he was bald, we don't know. The scriptures don't say that. Here's another picture. This is the Holy Apostles James and Paul, wall painting from the Cathedral Church of the Monastery of St. Dionysios, Mount Athos. Okay, so here's another picture. All right. James and Paul. Okay. This is the picture right here. This is the picture that to me really is a more accurate depiction. All right. It's on page 13 of this book. You see the color? Now, these cannot be white people, man. All right. These cannot be Edomites, man. Okay. It says central panel in a triptych showing the embrace of Peter and Paul, Cretan workshop, 3rd quarter, 16th century. All right, in the 16th century, this was painted, man. So, somewhere out there, okay, there's pictures that are accurately depicting more accurate paintings and photographs of the true of the apostles and the pictures of the Most High. Okay, it's out there. You just gotta dig. So I came upon this book and I got it, not only because it was speaking about the journeys of the Apostle Paul, but also because it had these pictures. Okay, so it's all through the Spirit, that I finally get to bring this out. I Tawari Habashim Yashai for that. But that does Apostle Paul more justice, man, and the Apostle Peter, depicting them as dark skinned. All right, I got another 2 pictures, like Saint Paul in between Saints Andrew and Peter. Okay, Paul's in the middle, Andrew on the left, and Peter on the right. Work by, I can't see because of the glare. 2nd half 6th century wall painting from the holy monastery of Stavronikita, Mount Athos. Okay. Here's another picture. Okay, they try to put a little bit of color. The Embrace of Peter and Paul, section of a wall painting, circa 1170 to 1180, the Holy Vatopedion Monastery, Mount Athos. There's a couple paintings, man, but this is the one that really does the most justice, okay, to more or less what the Apostle Paul looks like. And I'm going to go into the scriptures, all right, proving that. All right, this is the book of Acts. You know what? Let me get this first. The definition of an icon, okay? Apostle Tahar said we should go into the icons more, all right? So this is what it says. Late Greek a conventional religious image typically painted on a small wooden panel and used in the devotions of Eastern Christians. You see? It's a typically painted on a small wooden panel. Look at this, man. This looks like a small wooden panel. Central panel in the triptych showing the embrace of Peter and Paul. Look at this icon right here, man. All praise to Yahawashi. This is an icon. Okay? That's to the Spirit, man. All praises. That's to the Spirit. It all links up. It says, late Greek icon from Greek, a conventional religious image typically painted on a small wooden panel and used in the devotions of Eastern Christians. Hey, that's a small wooden panel, right? Usually pictorial representation, right? So this is an accurate pictorial representation of the Apostle Paul. Okay? Let me get this. Salakia. Phone's trying to load. This is Acts 21. All right, this is where Paul actually gets arrested. Okay, by the Jews. You know. All right, and charged with defiling the temple by bringing in an Ephesian named Trophimus, I believe his name was. Okay, and he was basically he was a Gentile. All right, he was an Israelite living in the manners of the Gentiles. Okay. All right, so the Jews had actually arrested Paul. I mean, they laid hands on Paul, and the Roman military commander actually sent soldiers and centurions to take Paul and bound him with 2 chains. And he demands who he was and what he had done. All right, and he escapes being scourged by telling the Romans that he was a citizen. All right, because the Romans they put down rebellion at that time. Okay, in Jerusalem. This is when Paul went back on one of his journeys back to Jerusalem. All right, so that's a beautiful story, man. It's one of my favorite stories, matter of fact, about the Apostle Paul and his journeys and what had happened to him in the book of Acts, man. When you brothers get a chance to read it. Okay, but I'm going to start here. This is Acts 21:37. And as Paul was to be led into the castle, he said unto the chief captain, may I speak unto thee? All right, so he told the chief captain, all right, of the Romans, may I speak unto thee? And the chief captain said, who said, canst thou speak Greek? So the captain asked him, man, can you speak Greek? All right, and obviously he asked him because he was a dark-skinned man. He wanted to know, can you speak Greek? Because let's look up that word Greek. Yeah, so Salakia. Let me see if I can get it again. Shoot, it's not letting me. Let me try one more time. If not, I'm going to move on. Let's see. Let's look up that word Greek, Hellenist.
Strong's G, 1676. Hellenistes.
In Greek, the Greek language. So he asked him if he could speak the Greek language, man. All right. Let's see this. So from the root word etymology, from the same as, let's look up this G. A Hellenist, one who imitates the manners and customs or the worship of the Greeks and uses the Greek tongue. Right. There was Israelites that were scattered all over, you know. So the Roman soldier asked him, can you speak the Greek tongue? Because it says used in the New Testament of Jews born in foreign lands and speaking Greek. You see? Okay. This was Hellenistas.
Strong's G, 1675. Hellenistes.
Right. Israelites were in a Greek, spoke the Greek tongue, and they were in the Gentile mind state, man. Okay. Go back. It says, "Are not thou that Egyptian which before these days madest an uproar and leddest out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers?" Right. Talking about that Egyptian was what? Was those Sakaris, man. Those zealots, okay, who wanted to, physically rebel, against the Romans. Okay, that was that Egyptian. But he was mistaken as an Egyptian. And who were Egyptians, man? Egyptians are dark-skinned people, man. All right? Egyptians are not white. They're not Edomite looking. And yes, you Edomites are the so-called white people. All right? See if we can find anything for that word Egyptians. An Egyptian. An Egyptian. Let's go here. Done with this. Let's see what we can get out of Egyptian. So Paul was mistaken for an Egyptian, man. Paul was mistaken by Egyptian by the chief captain of the Romans. In Acts the 21st chapter, he was arrested. How about we put ancient Egyptians are okay? Look at these are depictions of Egyptians. They look dark skinned. All right, they look dark skinned. You know, we don't got to go into a deep breakdown. Okay, the matter of the fact that it's true. Okay, Apostle Paul was from the tribe of Benjamin. He was a dark skinned man. All right, so this is an icon of the Apostle Paul. You know, he was mistaken for an Egyptian, as it says here in Acts 21. I'm gonna run it back. If it'll let me. "Are not thou that Egyptian which before these days madest an uproar and leddest out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers?" But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus, a city in Cilicia, a citizen of no mean city, and I beseech thee, suffer me to speak to the people. Paul told him, I'm a Jew of Tarsus.
Strong's G 2453. Eudias. Eudias.
Jewish as respects to birth, origin, and religion. Okay? So he was born a Jew, you know? Salakia. A couple more scriptures. Let me get this. Map of the Roman Empire Cilicia. What does it say here? Acts 21 and 39. But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus, a city of Cilicia, a citizen of no mean city, and I beseech thee, suffer me to speak unto the people. So it's written in the book of Acts, man. Okay, Paul was a Jew. He was mistaken as an Egyptian. And he was what? He was a citizen of Cilicia. Map of the Roman Empire, Cilicia. Ancient Cilicia in the Roman Empire, Cilicia was a province of Asia Minor created by Pompey. Okay, skip down to that. The capital of the province of Cilicia was Tarsus, which was the famous birthplace of Apostle Paul. Okay, there goes scripture. The Bible also mentions that Jews from Cilicia disputed with Stephen. The good news about Yahawashi reached Cilicia early on, Acts 15:23, and a Christian church was planted by Paul in Cilicia, Acts 9:30, Galatians 1:21. Later, Paul passed through Cilicia, blessing the church that he had founded, Acts 15:41. On his voyage to Rome as a prisoner, he sailed over the Sea of Cilicia. Okay? So, Paul was a Jew, man. And he was the capital of the province of Cilicia was Tarsus. He was a Jew from Tarsus, man. Okay? So there was Jews in that time, scattered abroad. It tells you that in the book of what James, the first chapter. You see? So Lord willing, this was edifying, man. I just wanted to bring this out, man. Okay, the truth is coming out, man. Okay, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Israelites. Yahawah, why Yahawashi, whom the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ, were men of color, so-called Negroes. Okay, and so was the apostles. So were the prophets in the scriptures. They were not white men. All right. So I hope this was edifying. Shalom.